All right, all right, all right. What's going on, everyone? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show, episode 261 of this thing I do by myself, in a room by myself. How are you? So, yes, we're just going to get right into it. So, the world is weird, right? So, you live life and you go to school, you pay your taxes, and then there's a point in your life around 13 years old, 14 years old, sometimes people are a little bit older, 18, you start getting those feelings of like, hey, maybe I want to I'm attracted to people, right? You're attracted to like a male, or you're attracted to a female, whatever you are, you're attracted to a person. You're like, hey, I want to start trying to date. And I want to, like, now, when you get in like your 30s, mid 30s, like, you start thinking like, hey, maybe, I want to date some more, maybe more serious now. Maybe. And so recently I'm no longer on them anymore because it's just this incident, because I realized that there's really no need. There's no need. I just be myself. I'm just gonna go out in the world, and if I see someone, I'm gonna go up to them, I'm gonna ask for their number, and if they say no, guess what? I move on. No, ask someone else, because there's millions of people in this world. Eventually, we'll find somebody, right? You eventually, if you just number wise, if you just stay positive about the whole thing. Anyway, so I've been dating. I was on some dating apps lately, and I matched with this woman. She was 50. So I'm 36 years old. 50. The reason why I tell you this, 50 years old, 50 will come back. Will come back in the story. So I matched with her, and I'm like, she was stunning. She's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Had a great body. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know anything about her. All I know is about like how her physical physique was. She she's in the entertainment world as well as I am. I don't know how much in it, but anyway, she's a writer. She does act. She does stuff on TV. These are all humble brags. Yes, I tend to date women a lot. A lot of the women I'm not gonna lie to you. Every woman I've dated, that's been my girlfriend, they are of incredible caliber, and so this one would have been the same. And she was 50, so no big deal. I don't give a shit. Like I've dated women from my last girlfriend. She was 32. Like 50 doesn't mean anything. Like I banged a 20-year-old. Like it's this life. Like it's just you don't these things. It's life. It's just life. Just interact, much like the story I've been working on, memories. It's like you have interaction with humans, and you have memories from them, and you have this is what life is, just interacting with humans. It's weird to me. I think that's one of the most fascinating things, and I think that's the reason why I write about it. I write about it and I talk about it so much. Is just human interactions. Just the fact that I feel so lucky. Maybe because I was adopted. A lot of times I feel like a lot of this feeling is because I'm adopted, and a lot of these interactions I have with these humans, I'm really not supposed to be having them, unless we are in a simulation theory, and then it was all simulation. It all is what it is. But it's just running into people and meeting is fascinating to me. Like having intercourse with a human, and that's why. I'm such an idiot. Having interactions with humans, and just even coitus, or just holding hands, or just having a conversation and being able to meet people. It's just to me, it's just so crazy cool, because I should be living down in Honduras right now. I should be working on a field. I should be working in a cave, digging a hole, so for a road. That's the kind of life I should be living. Even then, I even think about what would my life be like if I was born in Honduras. I was born in Honduras, but if I would have stayed down there, from being such a light-skinned guy, how would my life be? Would it be easier? Would it be harder because of that reason? Would be my connection with my family? Would I have just gotten into sports more? Would I have even been into sports? Would I have even done any sports? Would I have realized I'm even athletic? Would I have these muscles? Would I have I weighed 200 pounds of naked 200 pounds, 6-pack, crazy cool, awesome. This is a crazy thing. Ankles are a little swollen. I don't know why. I think I've been drinking enough water. I'm drinking too much beer this week. To tell you the truth, too much beer versus water. I think that's really my problem. I think I'm starting to enter into that age where like my body is going to. You're gonna realize. I'm gonna realize if I'm not drinking water or if I'm just like drinking a little bit too much alcohol now, that it's gonna start affecting things. Sucks. Stupid. It's stupid. Anyway. So yeah, I interacted. I met with this woman, and like, this is a funny thing. Like, we built rapport. I built rapport. We were talking for days. Like, we exchanged numbers. We were FaceTiming each other. Like, I was thinking, like, maybe this is cool. And like, I live in Kansas City. She lives in Omaha. So like, we were in like two different cities. No big deal. And like, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't like. That's another thing too. Is like, if I met someone and they lived in another city, I don't care. I can fly. I can drive. It's not. To me, those things are not difficult. These are not obstacles that can keep me away from like being with somebody. That's how my mind works. Because if you care about someone, you like someone, you want to be with someone, you just do those things. You'll just do things. So I was interacting with her. We were getting along so well, and I was thinking, okay, cool. This is kind of cool. We had a lot of similarities in the sense like we do film, we write, we talk a lot about our writing processes, like how we edit, how we even like come up with an idea for a story, from that to making like an outline to then writing about it. We were just having a great time, just having a good time. And then one afternoon, driving to the gym, I had gotten off work and I called her and we were on the phone talking to each other. She's like, hey, I got a serious question to ask you. I'm like, okay, cool. She was like, hey, are you a Donald Trump supporter? I should have known then. I knew then this was going to be the end. I knew it because it's like, this is something. One knows, guys, I think it's incredibly rude. I think it's so rude to ask someone what their religion is and what their political views are. It has to come up organically. We all have those situations. We all have those moments. Like, someone sees like my Star of David on my, and like, oh, you're Jewish, and they might ask me because I'm Jewish because they're Jewish, and then we have this conversation, and we're like, oh, sweet, my Hebrew brother, my Hebrew sister, whatever, something like that. Organic. It's organic. It was just there was nothing forced upon it. There was no need to like. It didn't. There was great momentum of a conversation prior to having this be thrown into the conversation, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool. So I think we've all talked about this before. I think voting is a massive scam. I think it's a scam. I've never voted. I think it's weird that there's all these ways you can get a gym membership. There's so many different ways how you can get the vaccination. They tell you how to do it, but there's not one commercial. I've never seen one commercial of like how you vote. Like, what's the processes of like voting? What do you have to do if you don't know? Because because on my mind, if like I'm thinking this, if there has to be other people that don't know how to do it. Maybe I'm just so fucking dumb. Maybe I just did not pay attention at all. Because I didn't pay attention at all growing up in high school. And no, all I cared about was football, and football was to get me into film school, and film school was to do this, and to like at that point then to know how to do this. I really just always wanted to be able to do stuff. I just wanted to be able to make art, and I wanted to make film art. I just needed to know how to make films. That's it. That's where my life was. I'm like, dude, this is all playing with house money at this point, because I should not be here. I should be in fucking Honduras right now. So I think it's, but I don't say that to anybody. I don't say, only on this podcast because I have to kill time. But yeah, I think it's a scam that they don't tell us how to do it, where to like, it should be plastered all over the place. Like, you should vote. There should be commercials like, hey, you don't know where to go to, just go to your local police station, your fire station, your church. This is what it should be, but because they don't want you to vote, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about you voting. So that's one. Two, I think this whole Kamala thing was a real scary thing that happened because you didn't vote on her. You didn't vote to have her as your representative of a certain party. So I'm like, I don't like that. I don't like that idea. That's not a good thing. Even though that her whole basis is based around, like, hey, if you vote left, you're a good person. That was the whole thing on their whole. Anyway, that's besides the point. I can't really complain that much. I can only just talk on a podcast about it because I didn't vote. I didn't vote, so like my opinion means the least below everyone else's. Everyone who voted has a way higher opinion and has more dog in the fight than I do. Honest, but just because of this stuff doesn't mean I don't respect people who work in the government. People who are there's things so people who work in the military, I respect the shit out of them. Truck drivers, I respect the shit out of them, and you should respect the shit out of the president. Even if you don't like them, you should respect the shit out of them. Even if you didn't vote for them, you should respect them because they are the leader of the United States, and we all want, at the end of the day, as Americans, doesn't matter if you're white, blue, black, purple, no matter if you are a red tie, no matter if you're a blue tie, we all want the same thing. We want to have some money, be healthy, have a roof over our heads, and we just want to live in some place where we don't have to worry about dying. That's it. That's really all we want. That's all we want. We all want the same shit. And so I was like telling him, hey, I didn't vote for him, but I think as him being our president, we should vote for him. And I was just trying to explain, hey, like, I'm a foreigner. Like, being an American citizen was like one of the best things that ever happened to me. She just hung up on me and blocked me on everything. And I'm like, you're a pile of shit. And this is really where my thing is. Like, you're fucking 50 years old, and you can't deal with someone having a different opinion about yourself. Like, one of the reasons why I started talking, I'm like, she's 50. So I was thinking, I'm like, oh, you've lived longer than I have. You probably have more experiences in life. So I'm like, I can learn from you for sure. You'll have a way different point of view of life because, like, you've been where I am right now. And so you're like, well, maybe if you do this, or that, maybe you can make things a little better. Because if I would have known that when I was your age, things would have been differently. It wouldn't have taken me to make 40. For you could be 37, almost 38 and learn it. So that's how my mind works. Because I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what your political views are. I just don't be okay with, like, Nazism. Like, don't be racist. Don't hurt children. Don't them, and don't R. It's so funny how you talk about, like, don't what's the word? Don't censor yourself. But I'm like, because, like, those words are just words. Like, don't rape. Don't use the word rape. Like, fuck it. Yeah, don't rape people. Don't molest children. Like, these are the things you shouldn't be doing. Yeah, because this makes a normal human, you douche. And so, yeah, that's it. Besides that, I don't care. Like, I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what you believe in because, like, you have a different. I always think everyone's smart. Maybe it's because I also have this opinion of, like, this complex where I think everyone's just smarter than me. I think everyone's older than me. I think everyone is way more successful than me in every sense of the thing. I just do. That's how my mind works. I just don't think. I know it comes from being abandoned and being adopted and having this sense of, like, trying to find worth of things. And that's the reason why I do so many things. That's the reason why I do, like, this podcast. That's the reason why I golf. That's why I work out. That's why I read, I write. I do all these things because I build my own self-worth by doing stuff, because I'm like, well, I know a lot of people don't do these things. So by doing these things, I am building myself up. And I'm instead of relying on other people to bring me up, I can bring myself up emotionally. And and sometimes it sucks. Sometimes I do go in, like, lulls of, like, being sad or depressed and like that, but that's normal. It's human nature. It's the same thing. Like, your muscles are not going to be able to fire at 100% all the time. You're going to go through times where you're just like, oh man, I could just, last 2 weeks ago I could bench 100 pounds at 900 times, and now I can only do it 18 times. It's just part of life. And so, but I just it upsetted me. What upsets me more, it's not the fact that like someone rejects me, like whatever, people reject you all the time. It's not that. It's the fact that I'm like, you're so fucking retarded that you don't see how it. And it's like and I mean retarded, and this is like, it's such a retard way of thinking, because you're limiting yourself of like growth, because you're 50. You should always still want to be growing. You should always emotionally want to be growing. And so I just find that like, I'm like, oh, I understand why you're 50 and single still. And the thing is like, honey, like your looks are on the back nine. And I know it's rude to say. Same thing with my body's on the back nine. Like I'm gonna only have a six pack for so much longer. I'm gonna have such a, like, my body's going to start working at a high function rate for so long, and after that, you have to start doing things to negate the wear and tear. And that's emotional too, mentally too. But I think a lot of people think that, they're older, so that they don't have to do that anymore. But yeah, I don't know. This is weird to me. It just really upset me, because I just thought that, like, I just figured someone older would have a lot better caliber, and I thought I could learn something from them because of that. But yeah, that was it. That's my TED Talk. So you guys want to see like the video of the week, and then we'll just get into the videos and all that other stuff. All right, here we go.
Hello everybody. So I decided to why not make a collection update on my vacuums here. Yeah, so as you see here, it's don't mind the cat. It's pretty much been the same. Maybe some machines have been moved around, but nothing really much has changed. And as you can see over here, nothing much has changed with this stuff over here. Then if we walk in here, some machines that were in here, they were like junk. Like they were broken. Why I kept broken things, I don't know. But they're gone. Even I organized this. It doesn't look like it. But yeah. Nothing much is really changing here besides that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little update on my vacuum collection.
Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
Well, I just messed with a bunch of levels, so I hope that doesn't mess my thing up too bad. Isn't that fascinating? Thinking of someone who has a collection of vacuum cleaners, like that's their thing. But that just shows you how cool life is, how cool people are. See, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like I'm doing a sermon. See, this is what I mean. Like, you lose out on this stuff when you just care about someone's political views. You lose on them. Oh, this person likes vacuum cleaners. You might be able to be like, you might not ever really enjoy vacuum cleaners, but you can understand the excitement someone can have for something. And that's what's so fucking cool about that video, is I love that dude. That dude's like, yes, I just like vacuum cleaners. Like, what got you into vacuum? And I'm like, dude, you could probably just talk to him for hours. It's like, oh, okay, so this vacuum cleaner, this one's really good for this one. This vacuum cleaner is really good for this rug, for this room. So we have a couple of different vacuum cleaners in my own house, because downstairs the rug is a lot different than the one up on the third floor. Much harder to go to. I love this one for this one versus this one, the suction ability. Great. It'd be great. It was awesome. I was like, what the hell? That is so cool. So I think what we did was we're changing the format a little bit. So now I'm going to start showing the videos now instead of showing the videos later. And then at the end of it, we'll do like the misconnections, and we'll do like a different new little segment. So it's like I talk for like the first like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, do videos, and then we do like misconnections or something like that. I think that's gonna be the new format. I know you guys are really concerned about the format. I know you were. Anyway, so yeah, I guess here are all the runners up for this week. The videos that were like could have been video of the week but weren't.
I've been hanging out with this dude for a little while. Didn't know he was freaking married, first of all. Me and him been fooling around and shit. My pussy broke out in a fucking rash. Thought it was fucking something serious. So I went to the fucking urgent care. Told them what was going on. So they made me pee in a cup, run some tests. I thought it was something serious. They run some tests on me and everything. It turns out it's just a bacteria infection. So they gave me some medicine. Everything's going to be fine.
I know. Yeah, I know. We're just... I know you're just meeting this girl for the first time right then. I know, isn't it wild that people do talk about this online? Just so fucking weird. So weird. This next one, you'll get this one too. This one's just as weird.
Care was spoken into more, both for tops and bottoms. After something as intense as rope, it's always encouraged to look after and check in with those you tie with. For me, my rope partners are given water, snacks, cuddles, lots of affirmation, and a simple massage and stretching to help them realign their bodies after a sequence. Aftercare depends on each individual, but it shouldn't be taken lightly or brushed aside. After all, you two are two individuals who chose to have a vulnerable moment with each other and deserve to ground yourselves after something so heightened. Never forget aftercare.
This is actually, as weird as it actually makes a lot of sense. So, not into the whole bondage thing. Interesting. I would love to talk to someone about it. Like, it just doesn't, I don't understand it. Like, I guess the sense of like not having control. I guess that's the feeling of it, which seems kind of wild. I don't understand. But Grant, maybe that's the reason why maybe I get off on having, because I'm a dude. I don't know. I don't have, no one's in control. I'm just fucking, anyway. Just having sex. I don't fucking know. I'm just like, I hope this is okay for you, because this is awesome for me. That's basically where it's like. That's where it's at. So it's just okay. I'm like, yeah, you should. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Also, too, the older I'm getting, the more I'm like, yeah, I need to like. Yeah, you are being vulnerable with this human, and you should like check in with them and see how they are emotionally after that. Like, yeah, you're right. I'm a dude, so it takes me takes us a lot longer. It takes a lot longer. All right, so we need a palate cleanse. So here's the next video. Terrifying, yes. Also, it's just, you gotta look at all the stuff that's around. Like it's the background. You see the video. The videos really gets told with the environment behind. Like, even like the environment behind me, it shows you something, right? Shows you something. If I had an environment like that guy, you'd be like wildly crazier, right? Okay. Next video. This one's really cool. I think this is cool shit. Right? Is that cool? Like, weird. I don't know. Some people might find that incredibly gross, but I thought that was kind of a cool video. All right, here's the next one. This one's fucking hilarious. This is one of the funnier ones. All right, here we go.
Miss Joe Anderson.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. I think I messed up.
Okay.
Yes, Joe Anderson.
Okay.
The Joe Anderson?
All right.
Okay. You're not a very informed person.
What does that mean?
I'm going to go get my husband, Joe Anderson, come talk to you, so hopefully you will move your car so that I can get my spot back.
I am not moving my car. I'm just giving you a heads up right now.
I am definitely going to get Joe Anderson.
You can get Joe Anderson's. It doesn't matter to me, though. So I'm not moving the car. This is public street parking. So why would I move my car?
The Joe Anderson.
Okay, no, I heard you about Joe Anderson. But I am parked here.
You're a very rude person, aren't you? You're not a friendly neighbor type, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So see ya. Can you leave me alone? Get him. Go get him. Hey, what was his name again, by the way?
The Joe Anderson.
Got it. Okay. Good to know. Can't wait to meet him. Bye.
The Joe Anderson. The Joe Anderson. I feel like that should be the title of this podcast. The Joe Anderson. I know, right? Did you? All right. Next one.
Are you supposed to keep that?
No. Well,
I'm going to put them back in the water.
first of all, shut up. Mind your business.
No, I...
I love that. 'Cause fuck people who don't mind their goddamn business. There was a guy the other day. This is a prime example of what this was. I was in the Walmart parking lot. Pretty sure this guy was getting ready to rob the parking. He was going to not rob it in the sense of like stick up, but he was going to like go in there, act like he's shopping, and then just like steal a bunch of shit. And then by doing that, you get to get away in the car. But Walmart has a bunch of cameras in the parking lots now. So it was just weird because he was taking his license plates off on his car. And I was watching him, and I'm like, I wonder, because that's in my mind, that's the first thing I think of. You're doing that because you're gonna go in there, you're gonna steal a bunch of shit, and you're gonna try to and just in case if you have to get away, you don't want to get identified. That's where my mindset went. So probably not. He probably just got new license plates. Probably, most likely. This is a white dude, so this don't even think this is like someone of color, and so this is what I was thinking, but I'm like, maybe I should like slow down and maybe I should park in the back and slowly walk around, and so I can watch it. And then I'm like, John, mind your own business, you dumb dick. Like, don't. Who cares a shit? Don't be like, if you are witnesses this and now you know too much, and then you might have to be in, like, you'll have to talk, and you don't want to talk to anyone. So I was like, fuck that. But it was just like, what the hell? Like, what? Like, what were you doing that for? Yeah. I have like 2.5 minutes left. I'm like, I really don't should we do should we just do like a misconnection? Like, I guess we could do one or two, right? Real quick. Like, it's my show. I act like it's just that like we hit the time spot, and I'm just like, all right, we're done. I did my time because I'm like, no one wants to listen to anything more than 30 minutes. Barely people want to listen to 30 minutes. Okay, so we'll just do a couple of misconnections here. Here we go. Kay from Amazon can see, looking for Kayla. I used to work with at Amazon. You lived off Truman Road, wore t-shirts, sweatpants, and red Converse most of the time. Text, blah, 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 blah. I help you with USPS info. Okay, cool. So weird. Like, what? Weird. All right, next one. Mailman who smiled at me at stoplight near 119th and Antioch, Overland Park, Kansas. Tell me what color my car was, so I know it really was you. Smiley face. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Okay. Black trying to unite Wichita. Looking for my F friend. We spoke on here before. You knew exactly what you wanted. You still interested? Let's talk again. Remember, size matters. Okay. Wild. Doesn't it make you think about stuff? It's like, it really makes you think of stuff, doesn't it? All right, let me see here. Let's do another one. Sorry, I was taking screenshots of them. I like your hair. Osceola, saw you at Walmart. You had your hair braided in pink. Very sexy. Hit me up. Or I think HMU means how are. Wait, no, hit me up. Yeah, hit me up. I was right. I know the lingo. It's gonna be so nice to have everything done by 9:30 in the morning. Everything's gonna be done. I won't have to do anything the rest of the day. I'm gonna just play Madden. I'm gonna play. Then I'm gonna have a. I'm gonna do a tea time at like 3:10 or something like that. It's like the cheapest, but it's just I'm seeing. I'm waiting a couple. I'm waiting, and I waited an hour because I wanted to see if it went down a little bit more. Because like the tea time's been really fucking expensive lately. I paid $50 on Friday. Granted, it was 70 degrees, and what I've learned, I like to golf by myself. It's so much better golfing by myself. Still not in a good place where I need to learn. I like taking my time, and when I play with people, I just rush so much, I think. And I'm just more excited the fact that I'm with humans in golf. Because in golf, everything's everything's happier in golf during golf. Anyway, that's the podcast, guys. Be good. Don't ask people what their political views are. Who cares? We all want the same thing. We just want to be happy, healthy, and not hungry. So, with that, wash your hands, look both ways, look out for fucking deer. Anyway, I'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye.